Yeah.
And I'm just using my fingers, and she's just very lightly picking up on that. So maybe some time off is probably what she needed to have for a little while in order to kind of...
Well, I just figured once a month me and her could go on a nice little, you know, ride once a month.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make her do much.
At her age, I don't think that's a bad thing. Just because she's a little older, you know, she's getting up there in years and she can't do quite as much as she probably used to. But at the same time, she needs just a gentle reminder every now and then of like, excuse me, you need to listen now, like we're doing something. And so I'd say before you pull her out for that once a month, just keeping up with that groundwork and...
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Just, you know, feeding her outside of her pen for a little while, just until she gets used to that in and out. And eventually, she'll start wanting to come out on her own.
Yeah, because she'll think the grain's out here.
Because she has that little mentality right now of, okay, well, if I go out there, not only do I have to work, but there's a potential that that electric shock is going to get me.
Yeah.
Once she gets over the electric shock, I think she'll be okay. But
well, obviously, I mean, she's been nothing but perfect pretty much since we got her through the fence.
She's
yeah.
fine. It's just that little section right there where I think the reason she was like, you know, was because she might have gotten shocked on the nose at some point. And with how sensitive their noses are, I could see why she wouldn't want to walk back through there.
Yeah, Dakota, he won't get near that little electric line at all.
Now that
she's all chill and relaxed. Don't look like a care in the world, honestly.
Just making sure that saddle's not going to give me any problems when I get up on her. Because the last thing I want is that saddle to go...
Right?
I'll be laying flat on my ass and she won't even have done anything.
Like I said, my Arabian that I had growing up, anytime I put a saddle on her, I tightened the cinch as tight as I could, but she bloated out, so I always had to walk her forward and get her to release that air.
Yeah.
Look at that good girl.
So, I mean, she clearly remembers a lot of what we've worked on previously with everything. So I'm just gonna let her just stand here. I remember the last time I came out and I got up on her like this, immediately she went backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
This time, she's just like, I'm just gonna chill here, like we're good. So that's really, really good to see. So I think, you know, she's had a bit of a mental break. She's had some time off, and now she's like, oh.
Well, I know I've gotten on her and she's just sat and chilled, but when I go to ask her to go forward finally is when she'd start doing the backing up.
Right, so I'm just gonna ask her to flex. Here,
but we learned that all we have to do is just grab the reins and flick them back and forth on her withers, and she goes right forward.
So I'm just gonna ask her to flex. I'm not asking her to go anywhere. I'm just asking her to turn that head. There, such a girl. Just in case she wigs out about anything, I want to have that control. Yes. That was very light. So, and I'm just using my fingertips. Like, she's very, very sensitive. I love that fact about her because she is one of those once you tell her what you want, she's just like, now I'm gonna be soft. Now I know my job. I'm gonna be gentle and soft, and I'm gonna just relax and let you do your thing, you know?
Yeah.
So she's one of those mares that just needs a reminder every now and then, huh? And then once you get your reminder, you're the girl.
Mm-hmm.
So now, because she did so well with that, I'm just gonna hop off. Because that'll teach her that, hey, if I just stand here and I flex my neck real nice for you and I do what you asked me to do, then
we're good.
We're good, and it goes away. And that's all I wanted from her for a second before I ask her to move off, is just to have a couple times of on and off, just reminding her like, hey, work time.
Right.
And in between, I'm gonna hug on her and love on her and tell her she's a good girl, huh?
She looks very relaxed and chilled in her eyes. She don't look too...
No, she's also one of those mares though that has that natural little bit of white on the side
mare
of her eye.
stare,
so
yeah.
She sometimes like looks worried when she's not, but you can kind of watch. Hi, I know. The rest of her facial expression, like her ears are very soft. She's not tight in the mouth.
We're not taking it off yet, girl. Sorry, that's not happening. But she can get that itch.
I'll give you a reward by rewarding you with scratches, huh? Is that what you wanted? That's a girl. All right. Now, do the same thing. I'm just gonna get up there and hop back on her.
Ooh, shake it off. Ooh, look at that little 80s hair metal fro you got on the front.
She's so round too. That saddle slides a little bit. Oh dear.
What are you doing, Shadow Boy?
Good girl. But I like how she really was not bothered by that. She looked at him a little bit, but she was just kind of like, eh. So
Yeah, no, I like that too.
You can tell, you know, she remembers what she was supposed to do originally, which is
She's
awesome.
broke. It's just she's buddy sour and sometimes gets a little attitude, but she's broke, I would say.
But you gotta remember, she's a mare.
Yeah, I know.
It's a mare thing, huh, girl? We mares. And it's also the time of year, too, where she's cycling. So she could be in heat right now as well, and that could be contributing a little bit to it, too.
We'll find you a good man, girl.
Oh, yeah. And, like, the fact that she knows how to back up to a stallion, so she's definitely been around the block a few times.
Oh, yeah. She was definitely
but,
teasing that stallion. That's why he
you
finally
know,
broke through the fence. He had
yeah.
enough of the teasing. He
So,
finally
like,
went after it.
When she's in heat, you'll know it, because she'll start acting like she is in heat for sure.
Yeah, but there's no stallions or anything here for her to really react that way.
Oh, trust me, they'll still tease the geldings.
I seen that paint gelding effing another horse a couple weeks ago, and he's gelded, so I was like, oh wow.
Oh yeah, geldings, especially if they were gelded late.
That's what I was about to say. He had to have been gelded late because
Yeah.
he knew he had nuts, because he remembered.
Oh yeah. All right, pretty girl. Now, walk on. That's okay. Oh wait, there's a girl.
Good girl.
Keep moving. There you go. Hi. What are you doing? What's with that head down? What are you doing? I like that head down though. It means she's really relaxed. So it's not a bad thing, but I also don't want her to get it too low because she can get her feet through those reins.
Well, it also makes me think of the Western Pleasure when they hold their heads so low.
I wonder if she could have been, but the way that she moves is not really Western Pleasure. It's more of, I'm thinking she might be more cowbred maybe, but
I was thinking ranch horse or something. I don't know.
like ranchy, definitely ranchy. She's got that really good big old hind quarter on her
And her ripping her ear and shit, she went through a barbed wire fence or something.
something. Yeah, we don't know exactly what that was from.
Because she's
I mean,
got the
she's
scar
got
on the
that.
front of her leg on the same side somewhere.
Yeah.
The hair usually grows over it real
So-
thick in the winter, but
Most likely, she probably ran through a fence or something when she was younger and
yeah.
just had it her whole life, potentially. The fact that she has been used as a broodmare in the past tells me that most likely, because people typically don't use horses as broodmares unless they don't usually have any hereditary issues going on.
Look at that beautiful girl.
Oh, good, relax. That's what I want.
Good girl.
So, there you go. Get that up.
Try the little flicking back and forth when she does that,
She
see?
needs to understand leg pressure as well.
Yeah.
So, if I can avoid smacking on her, there you go. I'd rather avoid it if I can't. There we go. That's a girl. So, hold up, girlfriend. So I don't need her to completely just.
She almost
go
tried
around
the
in
side
a
path.
circle, as long as she's remembering how to go forward, that's all I really need right now. I don't need her to be. So she likes to stick that head down and kind of. That's a beautiful trot. Look at that.
Very nice. So slow.
Trot, but you know what? You're going forward, so I'll take it.
It looked like a Western Pleasure trot with how slow it is and her holding that head so low.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Once she gets moving, she frames up that beautiful, like,
I know.
quiet slowness,
But she'll trot out real fast too, though. We've seen her do it.
like, she'll trot out real fast on the ground, but then once she's under saddle, she's just like, eh.
She becomes lazy.
I wonder. I have an idea that I'd like to try with her, if it's all right with you.
All right.
Got a bozal hack